Good morning.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good, thanks. This is Isaac.
This is, yes.
Okay.
We have
Good.
Judith and Hans here, and other people are joining as well.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Just peach.
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm good, thanks. This is Isaac.
Sorry, I had the stream going in the background there. It started a loop. It is now off.
Yeah, it seems like I already heard that. Right.
Good thing that happened before the meeting actually started.
Yeah.
Isaac, this is Dan Najjar. Are you on?
I am. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Robert Castillo. I don't know that there's any need to have him in this, but I sent him the link because he wasn't on the original list. If he's needed, will that link work for him too?
Yeah. If you sent him the Zoom link that you used to join, that
Okay.
should work for anybody. There's not
Oh,
like
okay.
a special
I just-
password or anything for this meeting. So yeah,
Okay.
if he wasn't on the certificate of service, then I wouldn't have sent him an invite directly.
Yeah,
but,
it's not a big deal. I mean, I do not expect him or any of the witnesses to be speaking, but just in case we go down that path again, I thought I should ask to make sure that he has access.
yeah, that's certainly good to be prepared. And yeah, if you sent him that link, he should be able to join with it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
No problem.
Is Milo unmuted?
It looks like he is muted right at the moment. He doesn't have video on, so I'm not sure if he's
Right.
on his computer or not. But he is connected to the meeting.
Good morning,
here.
this is Valerie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Milo.
How are you?
How are you? I'm
I'm
good.
fine,
Good to
thank
see you.
Good to see you. I don't.
It's been,
yeah,
what, 8 months, 9 months?
Yeah.
I saw your name on there. I had to say hello.
Well, thank you. I saw your name too, and it's been a long 9 months.
Yeah.
How are you, Milo? Valerie.
I'm fine, thank you. Hi, Valerie. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. We're losing a lot of our classmates in case you hadn't heard.
Who did we lose now?
Ernie Maestas and Kathy Size. Remember Kathy
You're
Size?
kidding. Yes, I do.
Negative. Yeah. Yep.
That's terrible. Was it COVID?
Yep.
God. That's why I don't complain about having to stay home.
No kidding. No. And I get to stay home from here on out.
Are you complaining
Get
about
it?
that?
Never.
How nice.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm going to mute again. Adios.
I am too.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is Jason. I just wanted to quickly relay that the Office of General Counsel will be controlling today's Zoom meeting. So if you have any requests, Isaac is on and we'll be addressing those if you have anything, since it's a special meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you. Hope everybody had a great Christmas and hope you have a happy New Year.
Ditto.
Likewise.
Hi, all.
Hello, and I just wanted to let you know, commissioners, that I'll be covering for Michael Smith today. His mother just died, and we just found that out.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah. Well, I know he was on Zoom with her all day yesterday.
Mhm. Yeah, it's pretty tragic.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is.
Let's see. Do we have everyone here?
Think so.
It looks like we have all 5 commissioners and all the pertinent parties as well. So I think whenever you want to start, yeah, we are ready.
Okay, well, let's call this meeting to order. And the first item is approval of the agenda.
I'll move it to approve as submitted.
Very
Second.
good.
Second.
Oh,
Judy,
Yes.
take the roll.
Commissioner Fishman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byrd,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
aye.
Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
Commissioner Espinoza.
Aye.
Approval of the agenda passed 5-0.
Okay, and Commissioner Espinosa, we just keep dragging you back. We thought we'd seen the last of you
The
in the
last?
commissioner seat, but it just didn't happen.
So did I. I guess I'm going to work till the very last minute of the very last day is what I've been told.
Well, yeah, we'll schedule something for 11:59 on New Year's Eve.
Okay, sounds good to me. I mean, maybe then my phone will stop ringing. You guys better put your cell number on the website.
Okay, so we're for the previously tabled matter having to do with Continental Divide Electric, asking for approval of the transfer of assets to the Pueblo of Acoma and for the abandonment of such assets and service therefrom upon transfer. And Christopher and Hans, why don't you update us? You went through some of this before, but let's see if we can go through it again pretty quickly. And
Mr. Chair.
Pardon?
This is Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, go ahead.
This was tabled. I believe that we have to take it off the table. We have to have a motion to remove from table.
That
is correct.
Judy?
Yes.
I believe actually Jeff is correct. So I will move to do so. Do we have a second?
I'll second. Second.
I'll take the roll call. Commissioner Fishman,
Aye.
Commissioner Byrd,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Muted.
you're muted, Commissioner Hall.
Aye, lip read. She said aye.
I have Commissioner
Aye.
Vicente,
Aye.
thank you. Commissioner Vicente Aguilar
Aye.
and Commissioner Espinoza.
Aye.
The matter, case number 20-00199 UT, has been passed to be taken off the table, 5-0.
Okay, so with that, everything I said before we pulled it off the table, and I'd like actually Chris and Hans give us a quick overview again of this matter. We covered it a little bit in our last meeting, obviously, but also when you do your summary, I know that an issue that Commissioner Espinoza raised was the issue of the poll that was taken that raised some concerns for her, and anything you can do to address that poll, what it meant, and why it did not drive your final recommendation would be appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner Fishman. To begin, Chairman, Commissioners, this meeting is based upon the verified unopposed motion of the Pueblo of Acoma for the special meeting, which was filed on December 17th, 2020. This special meeting then grants that request for review of this matter. The recommended decision in this matter was filed on December 7th, which essentially recommended the commission order that they approve the relief sought in the application as granted. It would authorize Continental Divide to transfer to the Pueblo certain of its assets and facilities. Continental Divide would be authorized to abandon the electric facilities to be transferred and serviced therefrom upon the transfer and closing of the assets to the Pueblo. The approval without a variance would be contingent upon an actual closing within 1 calendar year of the commission's final order. Continental Divide should file a certified statement into the case stating the transfer has been completed within 30 days of completion. The final order would then grant all consents, authorizations, and approval necessary under the Public Utility and Commission's rules for the completion of the transfer and abandonment described in the application. My proposed order then before you remains the same for the commission as it was at the last meeting, adopting and approving the recommended decision. Getting to the point that you raised, that was raised earlier regarding whether or not this was in the public interest, I would like to note for the commission two things. The Attorney General for New Mexico intervened in this matter on November 17th on behalf of consumer public interest and review of the tribal law involved. I'd like to note that the Attorney General waived exceptions to the recommended decision. And also there was direct testimony of Milo Chavez, who is the staff economist for the Utility Division, was filed on November 16th, reviewing whether the application is inconsistent with the public interest. Mr. Chavez recommended approval of the application in this case. Staff noted the cost of not approving this transaction would be passed on to the members of Continental Divide, particularly those located in the Pueblo, and would not be in the public interest. Therefore, staff recommended approval of the sale and abandonment would result in a net public benefit. And I do believe Mr. Chavez also reviewed the findings of the survey in question. So as I do not have any exceptions from staff or the Attorney General regarding public interest, I do not have anything to present to the commission that this would be not in the public interest, quite the opposite, that since staff has indicated not approving this would not be in the public interest, I stick by my recommendation, which would be to adopt the hearing examiner Ryan's recommended decision approving the sale and abandonment.
Commissioner Fishman, if I may.
Abandonment, I should say.
Go ahead, Ryan. Christopher.
That's fine. I wanted to address, I could read the summary that I produced in the recommended decision. I'm certain at this juncture that the commissioners have all read it. It's rather straightforward, and I thought perhaps it would be best just to address the specific matter that you asked me to address. That would be the question of the survey. I would point to the evidence in the record that is the testimony of Robert Castillo. The pre-filed testimony responds to this question. If the survey demonstrated a lack of support for the transfer of the Acoma assets, why did the board not adhere to the expressed views of its members? To which Mr. Castillo responded, CDEC's board concluded that in the absence of a transfer of the Acoma assets, the costs of litigation could be substantial and the prospect of a long drawn-out struggle seemed very definite. CDEC is a not-for-profit member-owned cooperative, and the costs of litigation must be directly borne by our members. There is no other group from whom we can recover these costs. The result of our litigation in tribal court were very disappointing. Rather than continue to endure the cost, time, and money and manpower of a protracted appellate process, the board made the decision to pursue the transfer of the Acoma assets. The settlement agreement that the parties reached in this case, I would also point out, specifically contemplated the transfer of the assets, and that settlement agreement was reached 6 years ago in 2014. The issue of the tribe's sovereign immunity, though something that is not discussed in the recommended decision, because the parties are all operating with a fundamental understanding of that concept, suffuses this entire matter. And I won't say anything further about that subject as I don't believe it's appropriate for me to do so, but you can be assured that that was within my mind as I was crafting a recommended decision that presented the evidence presented to me. And that's all that I'll say on that subject.
Thank you very much. Commissioner discussion. Valerie, is there any thoughts that you have following up on what we just heard there?
No, it's all been said before, but I don't know I don't know if you all know who John Lewis is, but he always said, speak up and speak out. And so I did, and that's all I have to say.
Okay. Any other commissioner comment?
Mr. Chair?
Yes, go ahead, Cynthia.
You know, in light of this level of detail, especially what I just heard from hearing examiner Ryan and what was described in that unopposed motion we received after our hearing last week, I feel we should move in a timely fashion. Otherwise, our action, if we didn't approve it this year, it would it will compromise the interests of both parties. Really, that's quite an eye opener to hear about what the board said and of the co-op, and I think we should respect what their choice is. So I would move the motion.
Thank you.
I will second that, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Vicente Aguilar. And I'm just going to make one comment. I looked at the actual survey that went out, and while it described the transfer of ownership, the survey did not describe the financial implications in very much detail. And the fact that Continental Divide has over $10 million in unpaid and accumulated right-of-way fees that can only be adjudicated in the tribal courts, not in New Mexico courts. And So it seems to me that as I looked at that survey, that in answering it, ratepayers were not particularly well informed about what they were responding to and what the consequences were. So my sense is that, I tend to agree with Commissioner Hall that the board had the knowledge to make the right decision here, and that probably ratepayers in answering that survey were not fully informed. So anyway, that was my impression in looking at the record. And with that, is there any other discussion? Okay, Judy, would you take the roll?
Yes, Commissioner Fishman,
Aye.
Commissioner Hall,
Aye.
Commissioner Byrd,
Let's skip over for the moment.
okay, Commissioner Vicente Aguilar,
Aye.
is Commissioner Byrd on the line or did he drop off?
No, I'm here.
Um,
It's that pesky mute button.
oh,
So I abstain.
okay. Commissioner
Thank you.
Espinoza. Yes, Commissioner Espinoza.
I'm here. Thank you. I abstain.
Okay, the motion fails. Because it's not, you don't have, well,
We've
let's
got
see.
three.
You had 3 yeses.
You have 3.
Got
Yeah,
three.
yeses.
Okay, and 3. So the motion passes. That was my mistake.
That's okay.
Let's get Mike back here quick, damn it.
Yeah, I know. What can I say? I'm just
That's okay.
I'm just the understudy, Right?
Hardly. That's hardly true.
We know better.
Yeah, that may be your salary range, but you're not an understudy.
Thank you. Well, the motion passes 3-0. 3, just 3 and 2 abstentions.
Okay. With that, thanks all for showing up. I see capable counsel for both parties was here just in case. So thanks all for being here in case we needed you. And with that,
I
let's
think
adjourn.
you would need a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
No objections.
Yes, all those in favor, 5-0.
Okay.
All right.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.